Hello everyone, Antonio here again, and today I kind of have, I guess you can call it a quick tip video. Nothing too special, but a lot of us out there I know still buy planes covered in covering film, whether that's ultra coat, mainly found in Hangar 9 planes or E-Flight, or also monocote, which you see here, found in Great Plains, Top Flight, that whole Hobbico brand of planes. Obviously, you foam guys out there, you don't pretty much have to worry about this. But one thing that a lot of guys worry about is I've actually seen guys get new planes and they open the box and they're kind of bummed. They're like, I just bought a new plane, but the whole covering is all wrinkled, as you can see here. And this one here is actually pretty bad. You can kind of catch it here on the camera. It's not very nice at all. And I've seen guys just, pretty much not know what to do with it, and they just leave it like that. Some guys will say that if you leave it in the sun, over a month's time of you taking it out to the field, it'll kind of fix itself. But the truth of the matter is, when it's this extreme, it kind of won't fix itself. You have to do something. Now you have two options. You have here, I have a Top Flight iron. I think Hangar 9, or they make one as well, but you need a dedicated covering film heating iron. Don't try to get an iron that you use to iron your clothes, because I've never tried it. I don't want to recommend it. I don't want to say it works or doesn't work, but get yourself something that's meant, for the job. You could also get a sock, covering sock here, as you can see. I know a lot of people use it without the sock. I myself use it with the sock. This sock, you can see here, it's kind of dirty. You can replace it if you want. They sell them, I think, for like $2 they go for. You can wash it. I believe this could be washed as well. But I'm still using it. Still gets the job done for me. And your other option here is a heat gun. This again here is it's a covering film specific heat gun. But if you're using the heat gun, you have to be a lot more careful. Sometimes you'll pick up the edges. Sometimes you'll burn through it. It takes a lot more experience. Myself, I can actually do it with the heat gun or with the iron. I prefer the iron because as you're heating up the material, you're also pressing down on it, making it adhere a little bit better to the wood. But like I said, this will work as well, but you have to have a little bit more experience with. What I always recommend, guys, is always practice on the bottom side of the plane. We're doing the elevator here, so you would practice on the bottom side, because if you do kind of mess up, you can always either put some more covering. If it's not too bad, just leave it alone. But so yeah, you guys can see here, this plane here is a Cherokee I have here. I'm building it for a guy. It's going to be nitro powered, and I mean, the whole plane was just horrible. The wing was bad, and the whole plane. And a lot of guys, they'll blame Great Plains in this case. They're saying, oh, Great Plains, they don't know how to cover planes. But I mean, guys, these planes are being shipped from China. It takes anywhere from 2 weeks. Can you imagine yourself in a container for 2 weeks? In the day, they heat up like crazy. At night, they cool down like crazy. So the heat changes that these planes are in is just absolutely incredible. So what the material does is it expands and contracts, expands and contracts. And over time, by the time you receive the model, you end up with all this here. So what I'm going to do now is pretty much teach you guys the way I do it. A lot of you guys may have your own way of doing it. Like I said, this way works for me. And I've been doing it for years, and I've never had any issues. Till today, I've yet to burn through monocote. Let me knock on wood. But till today, I have yet to burn through it. What I always tell guys, for instance, we have here the elevator. What you want to do is you want to get the edges down. So obviously you want to get this whole edge down, all your seams. Here, as you can see, we have a color transfer from white to red and from black to white. You want to get those seams down so when you're working here in the middle, it doesn't pull back from the line. So you want to make sure, all your sides are nice and tacked. And I'm actually doing this here in real time. I haven't even messed with this one yet, but you want to go through all your edges, you know, get them all done, all nice. Once you have all the edges down, you then want to work on your, in this case, where the red goes to white and for the white goes to black. You want to work on that. And one thing I want to mention, oh, my temp was actually set a little bit too high. You want to set your temp, if you have this gun here, or this iron, not this gun, you want to set it just about 275, as you can see there. 250 would be there, 225 would be there, so about 275 is perfect. This is for monocote specific. I noticed the Hanger 9 stuff, the Ultra Coat, E-Flight, same thing, those like to be about 225, 250-ish, right in this range. This one here likes to be at the 275. I've found monocote, for me, like I said, that's where it works best. So once again, what we want to do, we want to get those where the color is transferring, you know, want to get those down, kind of work the whole length. Don't leave it sitting in one area for too long. You can leave it sitting a little bit more where the color is solid, but where it's transferring, if you leave it for too long, what's going to happen is it's going to start pulling back, and we do not want that. So there we go. We got where the colors transfer, we got that nice and taken care of. So now I want you guys to see the before. I'm gonna work on the red. You can see the red, it's pretty horrible. As you can see, I could actually move the material here with my hand. It's just, look at that. It's awful, absolutely bad. So what we're going to do right now is here, all in real time, I'm going to show you guys, and you're going to see it's going to take me maybe about a minute to get the red down. So want to heat it up. Don't leave it in one area too long. And also, you don't need crazy pressure. Just let the weight of the iron do all the work. And there's going to be areas where you see the wrinkles kind of don't do much. What you do there, you leave it a little bit longer. And what I mean by a little bit longer, it's like about here. 1, 2, maybe about 2 seconds longer. But the rest, you know, just you don't want to do it too fast, because then the heat's not going to be able to transfer. But nice and smooth and slow, not too much pressure. And try to, like I said, try not to keep too much heat here on the seams where the color transfers over. The last thing we want is the color to start peeling back. I mean, nothing will happen. It'll just look, you know, it won't look as nice when you're done. But in areas where I notice that it kind of doesn't want to shrink, I leave it there just a tad bit longer. Check this out, guys. And you guys saw that was all in real time. Let me get these down the edges. That was all in real time. You guys saw it took about a minute. Check that out, guys. I mean, it still needs a little bit more work, but you guys can see it's a big difference. Now you can see the white. The white looks pretty bad as well. Not as bad as the red. You can see there the red still needs a little bit of work. So what I would do is leave it just a little bit longer than normal. Not too much pressure, and it goes away. So now working on here to, I'm gonna once again confirm the black is nice and ironed down. Make sure that doesn't start peeling back on me, and then I'm gonna start working on the white section. And this is something that, like I said, a lot of guys are afraid of doing. I know guys that till this day, from the day they purchased a plane till today, I know guys that still haven't even tried to tack it down, and they're just afraid. I think they think they're gonna burn through it, you know, or I know guys that have also tried it. They've actually went out and bought the iron and tell me, dude, it still doesn't work. And it's just a matter of your temperature. Temperature is very crucial. You can see here 275-ish is it kind of, you know, expands the monocote fast enough, and then it kind of, you know, cools down, and it starts really grabbing on to the balsa. But let me get the whole thing here down. Alright, let me now work here on the, or actually here it needs a little bit more work. And just kind of keep it moving. As long as you keep it moving, guys, you really don't have to worry about anything. Let me work here on the elevator itself. Okay. And once you're done, you want to again kind of go on all the edges, because sometimes they'll lift up just a little bit, but this one didn't seem like it did much. Seems still all intact. So let me put my iron aside. That's another thing, guys. Be very careful where you put your iron. I've put it on top of various things and it just burns right through it. So be careful where you put it. Make sure it doesn't fall on you or you don't accidentally hit it. But you guys saw it. That took what, maybe 3 minutes, if that, to get this whole top elevator section done. Check that out, guys. Look at that, night and day difference. If I get the glare on it, you can actually see it a lot better. Check that out, guys. Look at that. Just nice and smooth, and it's done. And you guys saw, it's really as simple as that. I mean, still needs a little bit of work in some right here. There's a little bit right here, a little bit, but you know, off camera I'm gonna get it perfect. But you guys saw, it really takes no time at all. And so I really encourage you guys to go out, get your heating, your heat iron. Like I said, I highly recommend it over the heat gun. It works perfectly, as you guys saw here. You know, no issue whatsoever. And what you do, you go through your whole plane, your fuselage, your wings, your everything before. I do it before I start building, just to make sure it's all, you know, nice and smooth. So I really hope you guys found today's video useful. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment box below. As always, thanks for watching, guys. Till next time.